Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, so this is not gonna be copyright. Sorry. Just saying all the credit goes to the owners. But yeah, we are learning crochet. My sister hates it.
We're gonna go
But
through the next
say hi,
spot here. So it goes through the other side.
So let me get my string.
And we're gonna pull that through. So now we should have two and loop that. So go ahead and just do that until you're done, and then I'll show you how to flip it around to the other side. Now that we have the 15 done, we're going to get ready to do the next row. Here you can see I'm at the very end of this row. I need to make one extra here so it feeds up. The reason for that is now we're going to flip over our work, and you can kind of see that this is actually going to be the first stitch in this row. So you always want to flip your work, and then you want to work from right to left. So now we're just simply going to do the same process.
I'm going to see if I can make some
I do find it easier on the second row because now you have something to actually hold on to. It can be a little bit more difficult, though, to find out where to go. As you can see in this first one, let me get really close here. We're actually going to go right here, which is almost pretty much at the base of that first stitch. So we're going to go in there, which it comes through the other side. And then you're simply just going to grab this and pull that through. So we have two again. But I'm not sure. And now hook it and pull that through. So now we're going to go into the next one, which will be a little easier right here. Okay. We're going to push that straight through. And then we're going to hook it from behind and pull that straight through until we have two again. And we're going to hook those. So you can see you're starting to get a little bit higher here.
Okay,
so we're going to put that straight through the next hole and pull it through.
Where's the end of this?
See, now I'm stuck on something, so don't feel bad if you guys are doing that, if you're getting stuck on things. Because I've been doing this for a while, and it still happens to me all the time. So we're going to put that through the next hole, hook it from behind, pull that through.
Okay.
And then pull straight. Now, one reason why it could possibly be getting stuck is because your tension is too tight. I know if you're watching this, you're most likely a beginner, but my tension is considered very tight. Usually you can see holes and spaces through this, so if that's what yours looks like, then don't feel like you're doing it wrong. Now I finished the second row. One thing I struggled with when I was a beginner is I couldn't tell if I was at the last row or not. Sometimes these will be a tiny bit uneven, like this one sticks out just a little bit more, kind of dips down. You could actually end up putting extra rows in, so you might have to count after you're done each row just to make sure you've done it correctly. So now that we're at the end of this row again, let me grab my tension. We're going to put in one extra, and then I'm going to rotate it. So now we're going to do the same thing. You're going to go right into the base. Let me see if you can see that. Right into the base of this till it goes through the back, and then we're going to pull it through.
Okay.
So now we have two, and then we're going to
need a pair of scissors. And you'll need a yarn needle to weave in your tail later.
Awesome crochet.
And if any of y'all have a hard time seeing like I do sometimes, you can use a needle threader. And I use a row counter just because I don't like have to go back and keep counting. It's kind of tedious. If you're crocheting and someone talks to you, then you're like, ugh, you have to go start all over again and count how many rows you've done. So I use a row counter, and I got this one on eBay. Because it's pink and I couldn't find a pink one anywhere else. They sell these at Joann's, and I believe they sell it at Walmart, and I'm sure other craft stores, but I got this one on eBay because I wanted it pink. Okay, so go and get your supplies ready and we'll get started in just a second. Okay, now that you've got all your supplies ready, we can get started here in a second. I don't believe I told you the name of the hook that I'm using, the size hook I'm using. I'm using an H hook. And you'll hear some people say a 5.0 millimeter, and when I first started, I was like, huh, what's that? What size do I get? So 5.0 millimeter is usually the European way of saying it. And H is the American way. So I just always call it an H hook, G hook, F hook, whatever. So this is my H hook. You can buy these at Walmart too with these nice little soft grips. And I wanted to show you something. I found this picture, and I sent this picture to the lady in my Facebook group page just to see if it would help her. this tells you all the different basic stitches. Whoops. And starts off with a slip stitch. I'm not going to show that one today. I'm going to start with a single crochet because you really can't make you can't make something with just using slip stitches. I'm sure you can, but I'm not going to do that. I'll show you a slip stitch later. Today we're going to learn the single crochet. So these are the names of some of the basic ones. You've got slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet,
boom,
triple crochet, and double triple crochet.
I believe
and these numbers down here, and that abbreviation means chain. So to make a slip stitch, you don't chain anything. And to make a single crochet, you would chain 1, chain 2 for a half double, chain 3 for a double, chain 4, chain 5. And over here gives you an idea of what I'm talking about when I say chain. This is a chain, and you're going to learn this today. So for a single crochet, like I said, that's what one chain looks like. For a half double, you would make 2. For a double crochet, you would make 3. 3, I'm sorry. And for a treble, you would make 4. And for a double triple crochet, you would make 5 chains. Okay, so today we're going to learn this one. We're going to learn how to chain, and we're going to learn how to single crochet. So I just wanted to share that with you because I'm a visual learner. So if there's any visual learners out there, here you go. This is what we'll be doing throughout the whole basic series that I'm going to be doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Normally, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I normally tell the top of the nail polish color that I'm wearing just because I think it's kind of fun to know what nail polish color everyone's wearing, since that's all I'll be looking at when I watch videos is their hands. So sometimes I wonder what color that is. That's pretty. So I thought with my videos, I'll just at the top of every video tell everyone the color that I'm wearing. And this one is just a very inexpensive Wet n Wild Crystallic, and it's number 471. So in case you were wondering, that's the name of the polish I'm wearing. And you have to excuse my hands today because my nail broke Saturday when I was doing a craft show. So I usually don't cut my nails until 2 break. So I'll live with it until the second one breaks, and then I'll trim them all down. So okay, let's get started. Let's get your yarn that you chose. I'm using a pink. That's no wonder because it's my favorite color, like I keep on saying, reiterating. Okay, so we're going to start off with a slip knot. And that's how you start every project off, normally with a slip knot. So to make a slip knot, you take your yarn, you wrap it around, I wrap it around 2 fingers. And I bring this yarn to the back of that, and I grab it with my hook, and then you just gently pull. Don't pull it down too tight because then you won't be able to get your stitches in there. So just make it tight and oops, I'm pulling the wrong one. Make it tight enough where it still kind of slides around on your hook, okay? So you're going to learn what's comfortable for you as to how to hold the yarn. I hold it like this. I put my index finger through there and I wrap it under my 2 middle fingers, and then I have it over my pinky like that. So that's how I use it. And you don't want to hold it too far because then it's hard to work. You want to kind of hold it up here where it's a little bit tight but not too tight. And then you can either hold your hook like you're using a pencil, or you can hold it like this, like maybe you're stirring a pot, a pot of beans or a pot of soup or something. I do it both ways just because I don't want to get carpal tunnel, so I use it 2 different ways so that my fingers don't get too tired. So anyway, let's get started. Now that you learned your slip knot, we're gonna chain. So in order to chain, you're going to grab some yarn. That's called yarning over, and you don't want to leave your hook like that. You want to grab it and then turn it to the side so that it doesn't fall off so the yarn doesn't fall off your hook. And then you're going to pull it through that loop of the slip knot that you made. And that's the chain, believe it or not. See, it looks like a little V. And you just keep doing that. You yarn over, pull it through that loop, and there's another chain. There's 2 chains. 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to do that for 17 chains. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Can this thing tie?
14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay, and earlier when I said that we start off with 17 stitches, I meant 17 chains, and that eventually you end up with only 16 stitches. And the reason is because you made 17 chains, and that's your 17th, whoops, I'm not even in the camera. You made your 17th one. Here's the loop on the hook, but that V right under that loop is your very
if it is, I'm
first
not doing this
chain, or your 17th chain. Well, when you make a single crochet, you're not going to go into the 17th one, you're going to go into the 16th one, which is basically, if you're going this way, it's the second one, first, second. So we're going to go into that. We're going to just go on the top part of the V. See, now you got your V. We're not going to use both sides of the V. We're only going to go into the top part of the V. We're going to yarn over again, and we're going to pull it through that loop. Let me do that again. Okay, so there's my first chain. There's my second one. We're going to go into the second one, and now you've got 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to go through both loops. And now you're going, I almost did a half double crochet. Now you're going to go into the next stitch, the top part of that stitch, yarn over, and go through. Go to the next one. Don't accidentally put your hook back into that one. That's what I did when I was a beginner. I'd get confused because I basically taught myself. I didn't really watch YouTube tutorials. I've watched YouTube tutorials to learn how to make other stuff like bikinis and dresses and stuff like that. But when I was first learning the basics, I was learning off of a little book. And so I sometimes would get confused, and I would go into that stitch that I just made because it was, I'm like, yeah, that's a big hole, I'll stick it in there. Which is kind of silly, but so don't go into that one, go into this one that hasn't been worked yet.
I made another bracelet.
Pull it through.
Enjoy, you're failing at this. I made a bracelet.
Go ahead and do that all the way to your
I'm so sorry. I thought I hit near your head. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so 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 sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I ain't that much of a soft. Get the heck off me. I'm so sorry. Get off me. I ain't that soft. Oh, you hurt me. Look, I was fake crying. She smacked me. That's all for today, you guys. Even though she smacked me in the eyebrow with a nothing. So, hugs, kisses. Love ya.